Long before Babylon, before Persia, even before Sumer, there was Elam. Hidden in the mountains and plains of what is now southwestern Iran, the Elamites built one of the earliest civilizations in human history. And yet, almost no one remembers them. Their temples have crumbled, their language is silent, and their gods forgotten. How could a people who helped shape the ancient world vanish so completely? Our story begins not in a single location, but in a land of dramatic contrasts. To the west, the sun-scorched plains of Susiana nourished by the Karun River. To the east, the rugged highlands of the Zagros Mountains, a fortress of stone and sky. This was the dual heartland of Elam, a civilization forged between the lowlands and the highlands. Over 5,000 years ago, in the fertile plains, one city rose to prominence, a gateway between these two worlds, Susa. Long before it became a great imperial capital, Susa was a thriving hub of culture and commerce. Its earliest layers revealed deep connections with its powerful neighbors in Mesopotamia. Pottery styles and administrative tools show the influence of the Uruk civilization, which was, at the time, inventing the very concept of the city. But Susa was no mere colony. It was a crucible, absorbing foreign ideas while nurturing a fiercely independent spirit that would come to define Elam. While the Sumerians were developing cuneiform writing to manage their world, the Elamites were creating their own unique script, known today as Linear Elamite. For millennia, its secrets remained locked away, a silent testament to a distinct Elamite identity. This drive for cultural independence was the bedrock upon which they built their own powerful kingdom, a sophisticated society of traders, warriors, and artists. From the highlands, they controlled the flow of essential resources like tin, a critical component for the Bronze Age, as well as timber and precious stones. Their artisans became masters of metallurgy, casting intricate bronze figures that still radiate with life. Their architects raised monumental temples, and their scribes managed a complex economy that stretched from the Persian Gulf to the Iranian plateau. To their neighbors in Mesopotamia, the Elamites were a constant enigmatic presence. They were sometimes valued trading partners and allies, other times fierce and unpredictable enemies who would sweep down from the highlands. Standing at the crossroads of major civilizations, Elam was a bridge between Mesopotamia and the wider world of ancient Iran, a kingdom that would endure for centuries, shaping the destiny of the Near East in ways we are only now beginning to fully understand. The Elamite kings ruled through dynasties that rose and fell across centuries. They built towering temples called ziggurats, honoring gods like Inshushinak, the protector of Susa. Their inscriptions, written in a strange script scholars still struggle to understand, tell stories of conquest, power, and devotion. They even managed to defeat mighty Akkad, proving that Elam was no minor kingdom, but a force that could stand against empires. Love uncovering lost civilizations and the mysteries of ancient empires. Then subscribe and join us as we bring forgotten worlds like Elam back to life, one mystery at a time. As the second millennium BCE dawned, Elam entered a period of unprecedented strength and influence. This was the era of the Sukalmar, or Grand Regents, a dynasty that established a unique system of tripartite rule, sharing power between the king, his brother, and his son. This intricate political structure provided stability, allowing Elam to not only defend its borders, but to project its power across the ancient Near East. From the highland stronghold of Anshan to the bustling lowland metropolis of Susa, the kingdom was unified and prosperous. Its strategic position made it the master of crucial trade routes, a vital link between the civilizations of Mesopotamia, the distant Indus Valley, and the resource-rich lands bordering the Persian Gulf. Caravans laden with tin, timber, and precious stones flowed into Elamite cities, while its own master artisans produced treasures coveted far and wide. Their metallurgists were among the finest of the age, casting intricate bronze statues and delicate gold jewelry. The famous life-size bronze and copper statue of Queen Napir-Asu, weighing nearly 2 tons, stands as a testament to their incredible skill, a masterpiece of casting technology that would be difficult to replicate even today. These goods, symbols of Elamite wealth and artistry, have been unearthed in royal tombs and palaces from Mesopotamia to the Gulf, silent witnesses to a golden age of commerce and culture. But in this volatile region, power was a currency paid for in military might. For centuries, Elam had endured raids and invasions from its Mesopotamian neighbors, the Sumerians, the Akkadians, and the Babylonians. Yet Elam was no mere victim. In the 12th century BCE, under the warrior king Shutruk-Nahunte, the tables were turned. He led a devastating campaign into Babylonia, sacking its cities and carrying back its most sacred monuments as spoils of war. Among his trophies were the iconic stelae of Naram Sin and the law code of Hammurabi, which were displayed in Susa as a bold declaration of Elamite supremacy. This cycle of conquest and retribution defined the era. Each war took its toll, weakening the kingdom. But somehow, Elam always endured. It would fall, only to rise again from the dust, its culture adapting, its people unyielding. This remarkable resilience became a core part of its identity, a legendary ability to regenerate that frustrated and amazed its rivals for over 1,000 years. Then, in the 7th century BCE, a new terrifying force emerged from the north, the Neo-Assyrian Empire, forged in brutal efficiency and relentless expansion. For the Assyrian king Ashurbanipal, Elam was a perennial threat, a rival that had to be permanently neutralized. He launched a series of campaigns, each more destructive than the last, pushing his armies deep into Elamite territory. In 646 BCE, the final blow fell. The Assyrians stormed Susa and unleashed a wave of methodical destruction unlike anything seen before. Ashurbanipal himself boasted of the devastation in his royal inscriptions. His soldiers destroyed the great ziggurat, smashed its horned decorations, and leveled the temples. They crushed statues, looted the treasury, and, in a final act of desecration, they unearthed and carried away the bones of the Elamite kings, denying them their eternal rest. The salt and seeds of thorns he claimed to have sown across the land were symbolic. This was more than conquest. It was a calculated attempt to wipe a civilization from memory, to silence its voice forever. It was erasure. After the final devastating blow from Assyria, the political state of Elam was shattered. But a civilization is more than its kings and armies. It is its people, its language, its memory. In the aftermath, Elam did not vanish overnight. Instead, it faded into whispers, its people beginning a slow, inexorable process of cultural fusion. Its survivors mixed with their neighbors, the rising Persians, who were building their own vast empire from the highlands of Anshan. The Persians, far from erasing Elam, absorbed its legacy with a profound and strategic respect. They recognized that to rule this ancient land, they had to become its inheritors. This acknowledgement was carved into stone for all eternity. The great Achaemenid kings, like Cyrus and Darius, adopted the title King of Anshan and Susa, the ancient Elamite capitals. It was a powerful statement, a claim to a lineage stretching back millennia, legitimizing their new dynasty by embracing the one that came before. For a time, Elamite culture thrived within the Persian framework. The Elamite language in its cuneiform script became one of the 3 official languages of the empire, used for administrative records found at the great city of Persepolis. For generations, Elamite scribes were the backbone of the imperial bureaucracy. Yet, over time, the simpler Aramaic script and the prestigious Old Persian language began to dominate. The Elamite language slowly retreated from official use, becoming a relic of a bygone era. By the time Alexander the Great's armies marched across Persia, the distinct identity of Elam had been fully absorbed into history's endless tide. For centuries it lay dormant, its story buried beneath the dust of its fallen cities. But the legacy was not lost, merely waiting. In the 19th and 20th centuries, archaeologists began to unearth the magnificent ruins of Susa, bringing Elam back into the light. Today, the story of Elam continues to be written, Linguists are on the verge of fully deciphering its earliest script, Linear Elamite, promising to unlock secrets that have been silent for 4,000 years. Museums around the world preserve its art, and scholars continue to piece together the puzzle of this foundational, yet often overlooked civilization. Elam reminds us that empires fall, but the echoes of culture, language, and innovation can resonate for eternity. Today, archaeologists have uncovered the ruins of Susa, its palaces, tablets, and idols buried for millennia. Each discovery tells us a little more about a civilization that refused to be forgotten. We know they were brilliant engineers, devoted worshippers, and fierce warriors, but the greatest mystery remains with their language. Even now, much of it remains undeciphered, guarding secrets we still can't read. Elam was the world's first forgotten civilization, a kingdom that built the foundations others would stand on. Its people may be lost, but their story still echoes through time, waiting for us to listen.